Well, hello, everybody. How is everybody doing today? I hope all is well. I hope all is well with you and yours. First, let me say welcome, 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 welcome to my new subscribers. Welcome to my older subscribers. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me. Um, being kind of sort of as a semi beginner. I'm trying to get there, guys. I am trying. Bear with me. I feel like I am growing every day, and it's largely thanks to you guys because the more I see the numbers rising, the more I feel like people are interested in some of the things that I have to talk about. And y'all know I like to talk, right? Right. Anyway, again, welcome everybody. Thank you to the older subscribers as well as to the newest subscribers. Welcome and thank you. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I really do. But guys, the reason why I wanted to do this live, um, because I was looking at, I'm always looking at something. Y'all know that, right? But I was looking at a video that Unspoken Purpose Unafraid put on her, well, she posted on her community wall. Um, Y'all go on over there and check her out. Unspoken Purpose Unafraid. Um, she just, and if you haven't subscribed to her channel, go ahead and subscribe if you so choose to. Um, I just like watching her because she reminds me of this. How can I put this? She's like a warrior. She has a warrior heart, if that makes sense to anybody. And she seems like she can be a champion of the people because when she and I'm just going to say fight, and it's not necessarily a fight, but I'm, for lack of better wording, I'm going to say fight. When she's fighting in regards to her seeing people being done wrong to on YouTube, it's like that warrior comes out in her, and she's so passionate about what she's doing as far as you know, trying to stick up for what's right. Because guys, we know a lot of things that's going on the YouTube streets, and a lot of this mess is just simply wrong. It's people gonna do what people do. And I'm not trying to sit in judgment of people. I'm just um because I was brought up in a certain way, and as where everybody in the world, they were brought up in a certain way. But we all have to have some sense of right and some sense of wrong. And nothing that because I believe even young people. So it's nothing that we make up in our own minds. We're saying, well, no, you're not doing this right, or you're not doing. We're not making it up. We have an innate sense of what's right and what's wrong. So, that being said, a lot of stuff people doing is just simply not right, especially when you're piling on top of people and cutting them every which way but loose. It's just something wrong about that. And unspoken purpose. I'm just gonna say UP, just to shorten it up. When I say UP, I'm talking about Unspoken Purpose. UP just seems to be wanting to be that protector. You know what I mean? For and I'm like that myself, for what's right. Um, what's right. Um, and I like that about her. So that's why I mosey on over there from time to time to check out what she's up to. But yeah, I like that. So if you guys haven't had a chance to look at her channel, um, if you want to, you can check her out. Unspoken Purpose, Unafraid. But yeah, again, she posted um on her community wall. She posted a video that was actually done on B Nicole's channel. Now B Nicole is Philly Phil's biological daughter. But B Nicole's husband was on B Nicole's channel, and he was talking about how sad his wife is because apparently there has been a lot going on between B Nicole and PP. Um, so Mr. Chu, as I believe is what he said his name is, maybe that's a nickname. I'm not sure, but he was talking about how sad his wife is because um, she wants the love, from her birth mom, who is PP, Philly Phil. She wants the love from her birth mom, who put her up for adoption from birth, you know. So the thing is, again, I've already stated that Philly Phil is B Nicole's birth mom. Philly Phil became pregnant by her uncle around the age of 15 or 16 years old. And she was forced to give the baby up. PP, who was Philly Phil, mom made her put B Nicole up for adoption. Now, I know of a similar situation. Okay. I know of a similar situation where a baby had to be put up for adoption for whatever the parents' reasons were. They may have thought, and I don't know if Philly Phil's mom thought she was too young to be a mom. Perhaps Philly Phil mom thought that, it would mess up her daughter's life. She wanted her daughter to have a different type of life. Um, I'm not sure what the rationale was, but Philly Phil had to give her baby up. And keep in mind that Philly Phil again was around 15 or 16 years of age. So she could not, she living with her mom, so she had to abide by her mom's rules, I imagine. But to my knowledge from the little stories, the things that I have been hearing, Philly Phil put the baby up for adoption under protest. In other words, she did not want to relinquish that baby. But because she was so young and was still under the roof of her mom, you know, because if she disobeyed or whatever, what what kind of life would she have had with the baby? Because if mom may have told her she had to go, and if she had to go, where else would she go? So she gave the baby up, but before she did that, she, I believe, even asked, could the baby stay with a relative until she was done with her schooling, until she graduated. And from what I understood, PP mom said no, that the baby had to be put up for adoption. Now, again, I'm not sure. I wasn't there, guys, but I'm just trying to um, put myself in those shoes a little bit. I'm thinking, not only did PP mom think that, this could mess up her child's entire future, being so young and being a parent, and PP mom probably thought, oh, she have to drop out of school and that's going to mess. But I'm also wondering if PP's mom was thinking, because I think I would think this too, if PP mom was thinking, well, this is not good having a baby by your uncle. And maybe she was embarrassed. Maybe PP's mom was embarrassed. I don't know. All of this is speculation on my part. I'm just saying how I may have been thinking, if that situation was before me, if I had to deal with that type of situation. You got a teenage child who's pregnant, not finished high school. You want them to finish high school. You want them to have a fighting chance in life. So that could be one of her rationales. PP's mom. Not just that, you have the embarrassment, because back in the day, certain things was frowned upon, and that most definitely was one. Where you having sex with a relative, you know, it was unthinkable. But in the biblical times, they did that type of thing all the time. First cousins was marrying each other. Um, so it wasn't anything strange back in the biblical time, but fast forward in the 19 um, 50s, 60s, things began to change somewhat, at least in some cultures. So I'm thinking PP mom was like, she didn't want to be looked upon, or her child looked upon in a negative. I'm over here trying to play devil's advocate, guys. I'm trying to put myself in PP's mom's shoes, thinking, But anyway, I'm saying all of that because I'm wondering if um B Nicole is even considering any of these things. I'm not quite sure that she has, but anyway, let me get back to what I'm talking about, which is B Nicole's husband. He was on her channel, and he was talking about uh he was talking about how his wife is such a loving person. First of all, let me back up and say, Mr. Chu, I think you left one thing out of your video. You forgot to say that PP was forced to give up that baby. She didn't want. I didn't hear you say that. I heard you said, "How could someone give up their baby?" But I don't think you mentioned the fact that she was forced to give that baby away. She really didn't want to give that baby, because I can imagine. Well, some people will carry a baby for 9 months and then figure that they can't take care of it, or they didn't really want it because maybe it was an accident. They really didn't mean to get pregnant. Some people can give baby up, but I understood that PP wanted to keep that baby, and she was forced to give it up. And that's the part that I did not hear you speak of, Mr. Chu. So, okay, I don't want to digress too much, guys, because y'all know I like to talk, and I can be talking one way, and before you know it, I'm all into a different area and trying to figure out how the heck I got there. So let me try to stay the course if I can. But if I do stray away, guys, y'all please bear with me. Um, so back to Mr. Chu, who is B. Nicole's husband during the video. Mr. Chu, again, I understand that you love your wife. I do. Because you said it. And that's as it should be. You talked about how loving your wife is and how she's such a good and sweet and just an all around wonderful person. And she very well may be. But can I just suggest to you, Mr. Chu, that sometimes some people just knows how to be in a disguise. And this is not to bash anybody. This is just, as the young folks say, real talk. Some people know how to be in a disguise. Some people know how to wear masks, you know? Sometimes things simply just aren't always as it appears to be. And I'm wondering, because you had, Mr. Chu said that your wife was going through some things. And I'm just wondering, could it be of her own making? Could it be self sabotaging? I don't know. Just questions. Can I also suggest, Mr. Chu, to you that if someone really wants a relationship with another person, I'm wondering, would they associate themselves with people who are stomping on the very people they say they want a relationship with? I'm just trying to figure that out. Excuse me, because now I know you say your wife is good and she's sweet and she's loving, but again, sometimes people can wear a mask well. You're thinking they're one way, and in actuality, they're a whole nother other way. I've known people like that in my lifetime, and I've lived to be more than 60 years on this earth. All praises to Almighty. I've been around for a little bit. Um, so we have to be careful about looking at people through rose colored glasses because they can portray themselves to you one way whole time when they get around certain other folks their true selves are being displayed, you know. So we have to be careful. I know you say you love her, and that's fine. You got babies together, you should love her. But I'm only saying that some people knows how to wear that mask. and they do it quite well. They do it quite well because I just can't imagine me wanting to, let's say, and I'm always trying to put myself in other people's shoes because I want to empathize and thereby maybe somehow being able to sympathize. So let's just say that I never knew my dad until I was, you know, grown up. Let's say I want a relationship really badly with him because, growing up with a dad, I felt like growing up without a father. Now I'm just throwing out hypotheticals right now, guys. Let's just say I wanted to know this dad who had been missing in my life for my whole life until I got to be, an adult. And I really want to get to know this man because I felt like I've been lacking. My life has been lacking without this father figure, you know. And, dads are supposed to be, a young girl's chief protector, show her how, you know, a man's supposed to treat her. So I've been lacking that. But let's say that I want to get to know this man. I really want to get to know this man. Do I then wanting to know him? Okay, let's just say I did get to meet him. And in the beginning, it was wonderful. We did little things together, you know. But then something happened to kind of piss me off a little bit, excuse my French. Something made me a little upset with him. Something he did or something he said. So then I start to be become familiar with some people who maybe they're not fans of his. They're not fans of his at all. And they begin to tell me little things about him. And remember, they're not his fans. They don't care for him. And they're trying to tell me little things about him. And I begin to, listen to that. And then I take what I've heard from his haters and I take it and I kind of throw it in his face. But remember how badly I wanted to be his daughter. I wanted to know him. So how then do I turn around and not even really knowing these haters of his all that well, but I take what they say, what they've said to me, and I kind of push it in his face, and then I get on a platform on social media and I begin to, with the help of others, just blast at him. Do I really want a relationship with him? Do I really? I'm not sure because I feel as though if B. Nicole really wanted a relationship, now I done got off of my um, little thing with my, make believe dad and his haters. So I'm going to try to tie this back into PP and B. Nicole. If B. Nicole really wants a relationship with her birth mom, which when she met her, she even said herself it was a nice beginning, but I understood that PP asked because B. Nicole women. Let me back up. I'm getting ahead of myself. B. Nicole apparently wanted to know her her father's side of her family. And I guess she wanted her birth mom, PP, to make that introduction. But PP apparently, had been, groomed, um, taken advantage of from that side of the family, which was her uncle, that was her blood relative. But PP wasn't in no hurry to introduce Nicole to that side of the family. PP, from what I understood, wanted to get to know Nicole, be Nicole first. And be Nicole was in an awful hurry to get to know that other side of the family because after all, her uncle was because he's deceased now, I believe. Her uncle was her father. It was an insexual kind of thing, incest kind of thing. So PP was not in a hurry because if you have been traumatized by a thing, why would you be in a rush to get back in that presence of that thing? But B. Nicole, for some reason, couldn't understand that. She just wanted what she wanted, not thinking about what her mom needed. Her mom needed some time because, from what I understood, PP had been away from that side of the family for a very long time. And she was not in any rush to get back in those people's presence. And I can't blame her, you know? If you think about it, 15 years old, now, B. Nicole, you got a young daughter. And I believe I don't know if she's a teenager yet, but you were once a teenager yourself, B. Nicole. If you had gone through a trauma, a traumatic ordeal, I don't think you would be, you know, all that gung ho about running back to that mess. I know I wouldn't. I would be somewhere trying to get healing. And the thing about that is, no one can tell us how long to take to heal, especially if the trauma is deep enough. And that's some deep, deep stuff to have had a baby by your blood uncle. That's some deep, deep stuff, because you trust these people. You would never think that these people would do you like this. So it takes a while, maybe even some years, a lot of them. But I don't know of anybody in their right mind who would be jumping at the bit to. Did I just date myself, y'all? Jumping at the bit. A term we used to say back in the day, but I don't know. They might be still using it today because they say everything old is made new again. So I don't know. But I wouldn't be jumping at no bit to be jumping head first back into that madness. So I'm wondering if B. Nicole have even given that any real thought, or could all she think about was what she wanted. She wanted to meet these people. But B. Nicole, I beg of you, you got a young daughter. If these people did this to PP, if they did, I listen. The proof is in the pudding because you're here. You better watch your babies. You better watch your babies. Don't be so trusting, you know, because yeah, that fire will burn if you stick your hand in it. But yeah, I just needed to do this live, and I'm not gonna be up here too much more longer. I just because some of the things that B Nicole husband was saying, like he just totally forgot the part about PP having to give that baby up. Now I know he's gonna be Mr. Chu. If you're watching, I don't know. You may not never see this, but somebody can play it for him, show it to him. You know, if your wife is such a good person as you suggest, why is she participating on YouTube with all those people you called out, all those channels you called out, Money Boy Trey, Truth Hurt, and the rest of them? Why is she affiliating herself with those people who are always bashing at her birth mom? Do that sound like she's wanting a really, really strong relationship with her birth mom? Come on now, you have to take off those rose colored glasses yourself, Mr. Chu. Because I understand you want to support your wife. I get that. That's the woman you married. Okay, so I get that. But you also have to deal in truth as the truth is. You know, that's where a lot of times we go a little astray because we want to take up for people that we love. And there's nothing wrong with that, but we can't take up for people in their wrongdoing. You know, we have to know how to call a spade a spade. If she's doing stuff that's questionable, maybe, just maybe, that's perhaps the reason she's being drugged on social media because she's doing underhanded things. Now, at some point, we're going to have to take our heads out the sand so we can look around and see what's really before us. You know, I'm not trying to be critical of anyone. I'm just trying to state things as I see them. These are just my opinions on this matter. Okay, we got to take our head out the sand, take off them rose-colored glasses, and deal with truth terms, not on our truth terms, but on the real truth terms. Okay, so hopefully, if your wife really wants a relationship, one of the things I believe she can do, as far as beginning to work towards that, is she can stop going on these different platforms who are bashing her birth mom, because that's not endearing her to PP. PP sees her up there and see these people are talking about her like an absolute dog. They probably talk about their dogs better than they talk about PP. And I don't understand why your wife, Mr. Chu, don't understand if her birth mom, PP, sees that she's on all of these platforms while they are putting her down and saying things about her for a click and a view, and B Nicole is right there on the panels listening, cheering, Yeah, that's right, guys. That's right. What makes B. Nicole think that that's going to endear PP to her? It's going to push her further away. That's what she's going to accomplish. Now, sometimes I know some people have backward thinking, and they think if they do this, then they can accomplish that. But sometimes it's just backward thinking. No, tell your wife to do just the opposite of what she has been doing. Keep it up for 6 months or more, and perhaps, just perhaps, her birth mom, PP, may begin to see that, okay, okay, now maybe we can begin a dialogue. Maybe we can try to repair. Maybe we can begin the mother daughter relationship. Maybe, maybe the love will grow. But if B. Nicole is gonna continue to be on these platforms while they are tearing down her birth mom PP, that's not gonna endear her to be PP to B. Nicole. Okay? So you let your wife know that she's gonna have to be the change that she wants to see. She have to be the change she wants to see. Okay, guys, I think that's all I got right now. But I just felt like I had to do something. I think UP. I think of because I went on B Nicole's channel to find the video and I didn't see it. But then I remembered that UP said it was on her. She had posted it to her community wall, so that's how I was able to view it. Because I was interested in what her husband had to say, what B. Nicole husband had to say. I figured he would be up there taking up for it because this is what we do. But we got to deal with truth, true truth, instead of the truth that we kind of convince ourselves of. But I'm hoping everything will work out. One thing I don't like is to because when I have a little rift in my family, it saddens me. So I can imagine, and this is a big thing that's going on with PP and her, birth daughter, B Nicole. And this is really, really sad. And what's really even sadder is that other people, outsiders, are jumping on the bandwagon for some clicks and some views. Well, people, this is real life. Y'all messing with people's real life. And then how would you feel if other people interjected their mess, their madness into your hardship and pain? See, we got to think about that as people. We so quick to jump on the bandwagon. Oh, I know I can make $1. I can do this and I get some clicks and I get some views. That's because it's not your life. But what would you say about, or what? How would you feel about if it was your life and other people are doing that thing to you? I know you probably wouldn't even put your stuff up here. You're smart for that. I wish B Nicole would have been smart and just quietly tried to work things out with her birth mom. But anywho, guys, I'm gonna get on out of here. I thank you for watching. Welcome one and all. Uh, thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you to my older subscribers. I thank one and I thank all. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. So I'm going to go ahead on and end this live now because I have some other things to get into. So again, thank you guys. Thank you. And I'm gonna get on out of here. Leave me some comments, guys. Let me know what y'all thinking about this thing, and going on over there, and you can get the video that I was speaking of. You can find it on purpose, unspoken. I'm sorry, unspoken purpose, unafraid channel. She got it on her community wall. Okay, guys, I'm out. Everybody have a fantastic day. Love yourself, guys. Love someone else. Almighty peace and blessings to one and all. Thanks for coming in, guys. See you later.